If you're sick and tired of looking like a fish out of water on the mats at jiu-jitsu, then this is the video for you. We've got a few solo drills for you to start feeling more natural in some of the more common movements we do in jiu-jitsu. This video is designed to help you start flowing and stop flopping around on the mats. If you've got any questions on any of the solo drills or you want more solo drills broken down, then leave me a comment at the end of the video. And make sure you keep watching until the end. Even if you've seen these drills before, you might not have seen them broken down the way I break them down. And if you pick up something that helps you, ultimately that's going to help you in the long run and keep you improving on the mats. So the first drill we're going to go over is shrimping, but don't skip ahead. As I said, I'll hopefully teach this a different way to what you've been taught before. So we want to keep our arms in tight. We don't want to be flailing our arms about because they're going to get caught, and I'm going to shrimp out to the side. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing off my left foot, I'm going to move my hips back, and then I'm going to shrimp back. Instead of going up and down the mat, I'm going to shrimp back. So reverse shrimp, bring that knee in, drop the right foot, then shrimp out and back in. Get used to that reverse as well. That's the recovery. Like in my other video where you shrimp out, you want to just shrimp enough to get your knee clearing the hip and then drive it back through so we can look at recovering again. So side to side, just shrimping, getting used to that. So I suggest doing that for a few minutes when you get on the mat. And look at my right foot. I've got my right foot in the mat, I'm on my left shoulder, my hips are going back and then back in. Left foot, right shoulder, out and back in. So side to side, shrimping on the spot is really useful when we start jiu-jitsu because it's such an unnatural movement and you've probably never done it before. Drill number 2, we're going to go for some bridges. So I don't just mean bridging here, I want you to bridge over the shoulder. So hips up and over, then down, then up and over. And reaching over the opposite shoulder tends to help. So shrimping from side to side, and I'm looking at getting my hips off the mat as much as possible. There's no point doing this. I want to create as much space as I can. So big bridge and reach and down and bridge. Then after that, we're going to go bridge to all fours, but we're adding the shrimp in here as well. So think bridge, and I'm not just bridging up to the ceiling, I'm bridging into them. I've got a video about that on my channel as well, bridging into them. I'm not just bridging up, so bridge into them slightly, then I'm going to shrimp. So I shrimp my hips back, and I would frame off the hip here. Then from here, we're going to start to bring the right knee out, lifting my hips up, knees onto the mat, and then up to all fours where we'd have an underhook and we would drive over here. And then down. So again, bridge, create space into them, shrimp the hips back, turn your knees down to the mat, and then to all fours or drive up, and then reverse. So bridge, shrimp, coming up, and then back down. So just getting used to that again, bridge, shrimp out, and back up, start to speed it up. What we don't want to do when we're doing this, and a lot of people do this, this is a fairly common thing, people bridge, then they shrimp out, then they do this. How am I supposed to get up if I've got someone's weight on me, which you're gonna have? So make sure when you shrimp, you come out, and that knee's coming up. My hips aren't hitting the mat here. I've got frame, like my knees are helping my frames build up to get myself back up. So again, don't be doing this and then flattening yourself out. Bridge, shrimp out, and come up to your knees. Next thing, the get up. So how can we get up without just building a base up, getting guillotined or whatever this way? So think, start to come up to your elbow, coming up, hand back, look at my right foot. So my right hand's back, my right foot's gonna come up, then I'm gonna stand, then back down, then the other way. So building up to the left elbow, right foot in the mat, left hand, up, step back, and then up. Doing a few of them from side to side, getting used to looking forwards. I'm not getting up and looking down. I'm looking at my opponent or my partner the whole time. I'm working on doing this, and I've got a hand to frame or defend if I need to. Another really good solo drill is hip ups. So don't just think about lifting your feet here. I want you to think about driving your hips up like you're trying to armbar or triangle someone that's really tall. So lift up, hips up, and then down. Hips up, and then down. I think you might turn the hips sometimes from side to side, or you might think triangle. There's plenty of opportunities in jiu-jitsu where we need this. Maybe someone stood to pass our close guard. We've got the heels, you drive your hips up and sweep them, and then we look at coming up. So lift, get used to this strength of really driving your hips up. You're going to start to feel it in your core after a little while. And that strength is really going to help you sweep someone or lift your hips enough to triangle or armbar them. So following on from that, we've got hip up to working our way to standing. If I sweep someone, I need to be able to use that momentum to stand up, or it's a failed opportunity, they're going to be quicker than me and they're going to stand themselves up. So think hips up, then as I come down, my left heel's coming down, my shin's parallel with the mat, my right foot's coming forwards. Then from here, I'm driving everything forwards and thinking to stand. For the sake of this drill, we're going to go back, hips up, then the other side. So right heel down, shin parallel with the mat. And use that momentum to bring your weight up and back and just going side to side here. You can slow it down, you can speed it up, see what works better for you. But getting used to coming up over that heel naturally. Now, obviously, if I don't bring this foot down and bring it in front of me, that stops me coming up. So make sure this goes down. And you can bring yourself up here. If you're still struggling, you can use your hands the first few times. So push yourself up. Get used to that momentum. But a lot of it is getting my hips past my heel here. Really good drill this, especially when we start out, because we get used to sweeping them, but then we've got to bring everything in to come up. And then finally, let's look at the inversion drill. So we're not going to invert the whole way yet. I'm going to have a separate video for that. This is going to be a bit more of a friendly introduction. So all I'm thinking to do is, I'm crunching up here, so I've rounded my back. I'm going to drop to my shoulder. And all I'm doing is dropping to my shoulder. My right foot's the furthest one away from my shoulder. It's going to come in towards my hips. I'm going to lift and look up to the ceiling. Then I'm going to come down. Then we're going to go to the other side. So drop, furthest away foot, comes in, lift, look up to the ceiling. So I'm getting used to lifting my hips up, then down. Then the other way. Just get used to picking your hips up and going from side to side, getting your hips higher each time. And eventually you're going to work towards that inversion where we go all the way over, but it takes a little while. So all you're doing is the first step of that. So drop, lift, and back down. Wherever you're comfortable getting to here, getting used to that. Few each side, and then switch. Other side, lift and down, lift and down. See how you get on with that. You can either push off this foot, or as you start to get used to it, you can bring this foot in and push off the toes of this foot. It's going to depend how you're inverting and what you're inverting off, what you've got grabbed on your opponent. So try each way. But the main thing is here, I'm dropping and lifting those hips up. I'm going to have plenty more solo drills, some mobility drills and some stretching stuff on my channel, along with some jiu-jitsu instructional content. And YouTube is about to recommend you a video that it thinks you're going to enjoy from my channel. So give that a watch, and I'll see you in the next video, which is about to pop up here for you now. Cheers, guys.